And just for this exercise of surrender, of mental surrender, try breathing in through the nose and exhaling out through the mouth. We'll try that just a few more times at your own pace. Inhale in through your nose. Exhale out through your mouth. Choosing to surrender mentally. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And quite gently, if your eyes are closed or open, simply lower your right ear to your right shoulder. And if your eyes are open, I encourage you to close them. Let the stretch take over. To deepen the stretch, without tugging or pulling, simply place your right hand to the side of your head, and just the weight of your hand is enough. Lower your chin down slowly to your chest and place both hands to the back of your neck. And without tugging or pulling, just the weight of your hands on the back of your neck is enough. Keep breathing in and out through your nose. Lift your head all the way back up, and then lower your left ear to your left shoulder. This might be enough, or the weight of your left hand upon the side of your head, without tugging, without pulling. Release your hand if it's there and extend the crown of your head long. Reach your arms out to the sides and stretch your legs long. Feet can be about hip distance apart, maybe a little bit wider. Take a big breath in. As you do, simply open your chest and drop your head back. Let your throat open, let your lips part. Eyes close once again. Big full breath in. Slow, gentle exhale, return to seated. Begin to crawl and walk your fingertips forward, bowing all the way down. Let your head hang heavy and your knees can bend slightly and your body surrenders into the stretch. Big, full, slow breaths in. A gentle release in the exhale. Keep going, big inhale. Sweet exhale. Rise all the way back up. And take your legs as wide as they want to go. This class is about surrendering. That means that we're not forcing any movement whatsoever, but we're respecting to where our body is. Begin to lean to the left. As you do, left arm reaches high. And as we begin, this might be more of a subtle stretch with just your arm lifted a little bit. Or you might invite some intensity and reach it all the way up. Feel free to rest your palm behind your head if that feels nice. Notice your breath one more time. Big inhale in through your nose. Exhale, surrender just a little bit deeper. As you rise, sit up tall, stretch both arms up to the ceiling, draw your navel in toward your spine. Exhale, dip into the opposite direction and go as far with it as you'd like. Reaching all the way over toward the windows if you want. Place one hand behind your head if it feels nice. Wherever you are, close your eyes, find your breath. With your next incoming breath, reach and extend both arms high. With your exhale, pull your palms to heart center in front of your chest. Let your knees soften so you can sit up tall. Close your eyes and set yourself an intention. We come to this practice with a purpose in mind. And it could be something deep, it could be something really simple. If nothing comes to mind, then please use mine. Surrendering. Not holding on to stress, letting go of tension. Place your thumbs right to the area in between your eyebrows and begin to rub in a circular motion. This humble pressure is enough to trip the vagus nerve, which can help to lower blood pressure. Change directions with your circle. Re-establish your breath. Take one more in. And release. Make a big circle with your first finger and thumb. Grab a hold of the opposite three fingers that are not circled. Keeping the circle, the tendency is to do this, you'll see, but keep this circle big. Grab the opposite three fingers and just pull your wrist forward. This stretches the ulnar and the radial nerve, which tends to get tight and inflamed with typing. So keep the big circle wide, don't let it close in. You might start to feel a stretch on the thumb side of your hand. Bend into your elbow, reach it back, loosen your grip, and then one more time. Keep the circle big. And release. Rotate into your wrist a few times and we'll try the other side. Big circle with your finger and thumb. Grab a hold of the opposite three fingers and keep the circle wide the whole time. We'll try that one more time. Bend into your elbow and once again, all the way forward. And release. Rotate into your wrist just a few times. Tops of your palms stack together. Apply a little bit of pressure. For more intensity, begin to lift your palms up around your face. One more big breath in. Release, shake it out. Find your way to all fours, table position. With your shoulders stacked over your wrists, your hips stacked over your knees. And feel free to come to the chair at any time. You can do all of this in the chair if it feels better. Drop your belly down toward the floor. C-shape your spine and tilt your gaze to look up toward the ceiling. Hold it here. Tuck your toes beneath you, keep holding, find your breath, take a big inhale in. As you exhale, top of your feet, switch to the mat, your spine will round and curl, tuck your chin into your chest for cat-cow. Hold it here for just a few moments. Then we move breath to breath. Inhale, tuck your toes, drop your belly, look up. Exhale, round and curl your spine. Inhale, drop your belly, tuck your toes, look up. Exhale, curl and round your spine. And keep going with your own breath. Big breath in. And exhale out. Getting full extension and flexion of your spine from head to toe. Wherever you are, take one more in. Big breath in. One breath out. Take your time. Press your left leg back. And this might be enough right here. If it is not, lift your back leg away from the mat. You're welcome to return to the mat at any time, or else hold it here. If you need just a little bit more intensity, reach your right arm forward. Keep going. Take another breath in. Release and switch sides. Step your right foot back. Lift your right leg away from the mat. And this might be enough right here. If you need a little bit more, stretch your left arm forward. Keep holding, keep breathing. One more inhale in. Slow release. Drop your knee back down to the mat. Bring your left hand below your gaze, beneath your nose. Inhale and twist your right arm up to the ceiling. Exhale, thread the needle and slide your right arm beneath your left with your palm facing the ceiling. And rest totally down to that arm if it's a happy arm. If it is not a happy arm, you can stay lifted. We'll be here for just a few more breaths. One more in. And release. Push yourself all the way back up. We'll take the opposite side. So whichever arm you had down, take a breath in and send the opposite one. Lift it high.
Stay on our knees, or should we go back and lay into it?
So that's a good question.
Yeah.
So you'll get more of a stretch in the shoulder if you're lifted into your hips, and less of a stretch if you're back.
Okay.
But it just all depends on how you feel. I know that it's an unusual pose. Try it out this side. Push this one. And then with your exhale, slide it. If you need a little bit more intensity, you can walk your right arm forward. Hold it for one more breath in. And then release. Push yourself all the way back up. Neutralize your spine for just a moment. Maybe even wiggle your hips and sides. And we'll find downward facing dog when you're ready. Toes will tuck, hips will press all the way up and back. Become an upside down V shape with your body. downward facing dog is a little bit too intense, option to take plank pose. We'll have one taker on that. Take one more big breath in. And then slowly, however you get there, feet can walk to hands or hands can walk to feet. Come to a forward fold with legs about hip distance apart and body just relaxing over your legs. Head will hang heavy, shoulders will hang heavy. Big inhale, rise halfway. Take the round out of your spine. Hands will come to your shins. And with your exhale, forward fold all the way down. Bend your knees generously. Crown of your head will lift first and rise all the way up to stand. Rise to face me. Reach your arms all the way high. And pull your palms to heart center in front of your chest. And you can turn to face me if you haven't already. Feet are out just a little bit. Toes pointing the same direction as your knees. Take a breath, reach your arms high. Exhale, bend to chair pose. You'll sit back in an imaginary chair. Palms can pull to heart center. And if you need a little bit more here, then send your arms high. Wherever you are, prioritize recruit the glute. Strong booty. Keep breathing. She's crazy. Has she forgotten that we're in chair pose? How long is she going to hold us here? That's what you're thinking. Give it one more breath. Beautiful. Rise to stand. Dance your knees out just a little bit. Inhale as you do. Reach your arms high. Cross your thumbs on top of one another and bend to your right side. With your next breath, send it high. Exhale to the left. Next breath, send it high. Exhale, cactus your arms out wide. Relax your arms down. Notice the way that you feel in your spine. Take any movements that you need to clear out tension and sensations, especially if you feel them in the low back. I was just telling them, if you don't move it, you lose it, right?
Yes.
I was watching my 4.5-month-old, and even when there's no reason for him to be moving. He's really exhausted and tired. He's still constantly, his entire body does this all the time. And it just, what a way to feel good. Step your feet as wide as they comfortably go. Knees bend over your toes. Cactus your arms out wide and sit to hold. Find your breath. All of your core strength, all of your muscle, pull it in as very much as you can, in toward your rib cage. Fingertips are bright, stretch them apart wide. Keep holding. Big inhale in. Exhale, sink just a little bit deeper for 3, for 2, for 1. Rise to stand. Place your hands to your hips and rotate to turn your toes forward. Take a big breath in through your nose. Exhale, forward fold. Knees can bend. Place your fingertips down to the floor or to the blocks if the floor is not close enough. Once again, your head is hanging heavy. We'll take a spinal twist with right hand coming to the block and left arm sweeping all the way up to the ceiling. Option to bend into your right knee and get just a little bit deeper. Big breath in. Exhale, switch sides. Left hand comes to the block or to the floor, right arm reaches high. One more inhale. Release, both hands down. Bend into your knees and rise to stand. Turn your right toes toward the windows. Bend into this knee until it's stacking over your heel. If you find that it's passing your toes, then you need to widen your stance a little bit. Send your arms out wide and find warrior two. Fingertips are light and airy. Your gaze is over your front hand. Keep holding. We talk about surrender in a pose like this. This is an archetypal pose in yoga. You'll see it almost every single class. But where can you surrender? Are there areas of tension that you hold on to here, especially around your eyelids and your eyebrows and your temples and your jaw? Can you let those areas soften just a little bit? Keep reaching. Except turn your palms to face the ceiling. With your next breath in, straighten into your front leg. Bring your palms to touch above your head. Look high. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, lift and reach. Look up. Exhale, warrior two. We've got 3 more, and I want you to move at the pace of your own breath. So it might be slow or fast. Wherever it is, honor it. Once you've completed your 3rd round, hold your warrior two for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull your palms to heart center, heel toe your feet all the way in. Shift your weight into your right foot. And bring the heel of your left foot to the inside of your ankle. And this is an intense balance pose that we're about to do. So option to step off of your mat to make balance a little bit easier. Or hold on to a chair. Because maybe, just maybe, you're able to place the sole of your foot to the inside of your calf, or your shin, or your ankle. Take your time. Use what's around you. One other trick to balance is to push your fingertips into one another intensely. Good. Big inhales, in and out through the nose. One more. Release. Step your foot, cross it over the other foot. Toe touches down to the earth. You can still use the chair for balance, and begin to bend your knees until the space in between your knees touches. This is enough balance right here. Or lift your toe away from the floor. Cross your right arm over your left arm. And hold. Give yourself a hug for 5, for 3, nope, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Dance it out. Left toes will face that side of the room. Stance is nice and wide. And bend into your front knee. Send your arms reaching out long, gaze is over your left fingertips. Yeah, just do the opposite side, wherever you were. one major tendency in this posture is to reach way forward, but not you, not you. Your shoulders will be stacked over your waist. So you're leaning back as if you're trying to stretch the mat apart with your feet. Stay active through both legs and find where you can surrender. Maybe in your jaw, maybe in your temples, maybe in your breathing. Turn your palms to face the ceiling. Take an inhale, straighten your front knee, palms reach to touch. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, lift. Exhale, warrior two. Breathe and reach. Exhale. For 3. For 2. For 1. And hold for 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Relax your arms. Pull your palms to heart. And then get your feet together. Shift your weight into your left foot. You might want to step off of the mat. Heel will come to the inside of your ankle. And when you're ready, if you're ready, lift your toe up. Even if you're here, this is still balance. Good, keep holding. Beautiful breaths in. Slow surrendering, exhales out. Not today, huh?
Not tonight.
Balance is one of those things that it's not there every day. One more. One more full breath. Release and cross your right foot over your left. Begin to bend into your knees until you feel that space in between your legs. So sitting back in your imaginary chair. If you have your balance and you feel like playing with it, then lift your top toe away from the mat. Left arm will cross over right arm this time to give yourself a hug. Hold yourself tight. If you need a challenge, bend just a little bit more for 3, 2, and 1. Rise to stand. Beautiful. Shake it out. Turn your right toes to face the windows. Back toes will face the corner edge of your mat and bend into your front knee once again until your knee stacks over your heel. Reach your arms straight along your ears. If it's a little bit too much to keep them lifted, then pull your palms to heart center. Stay strong for one more breath in. Release. Both palms to stack behind your back. Doesn't matter which palm is on top. Stay strong into your front knee and then lean forward just a little bit. See how that front leg needs to activate to keep you lifted. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rise all the way back up and we'll simply tick-tock to switch sides. Back toes face 45 degrees and reach your arms all the way up. Bend into your front knee as much or as little as you'd like. Feel free to pull your palms to heart center if it becomes too intense. Find your breath, don't hold it. Relax your arms down. Bring them behind your back to stack the opposite palm on top. Press your heel into the floor. Reach forward. As much as you'd like. Notice how your front leg needs to get strong to hold you here. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dance it out. Come to face me. I don't know about you guys, but I could use a little more brain power these days. So, this is one thing that they do in Alzheimer's clinics to help reestablish connection between the left and the right side of the brain. So cross your right arm over your left arm. Squeeze onto your earlobes. Push the top of your tongue, push your tongue into the top of your mouth, roof of your mouth. Take a big inhale in through your nose. Exhale, bend back. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bend back. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bend back. We'll do this 10 times. Inhale, lift. Keep pushing your tongue to the roof of your mouth. As you breathe in, rise up. As you exhale, bend down. Got about 5 more. Move with your own breath. Squeeze your earlobes with a little pressure. And release. We'll switch sides. Opposite arm crosses on top. Tongue to the roof of your mouth. Squeeze your earlobes. Take a breath in. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift. Keep going with your own breath. About 5 more. Keep squeezing. Remember to breathe, very important. Two more. Good, and release. And the last thing we'll do, extra brain power. Okie dokie, peace sign. Okie dokie, and peace sign. And all you're gonna do is switch. I know. It's like, what? It shouldn't be as hard as it is, but here we go, and switch. Once you're there, switch back. Once you're there, switch back. And keep going. And I'm right there in the trenches with you, although I've been doing this trick for long enough that I can begin to go a little faster. So that's what you're gonna do. Once you're there, go faster. See if you can go back. Good. Even if you mess up. Yoga for the brain. Close your eyes and see if it comes a little bit easier. Good, don't give up. 2 more on either side. And then shake it out.
It's easier with your eyes closed.
It's easier with your eyes closed, it is. And we've got one more for the brain, one more for the brain. Pinky out, thumb out. Pinky on one side, thumb on the other. And switch. And switch. And switch. That's good. Good, yes. We're almost there. Don't give up. Try closing your eyes and see if it gets easier. Somebody walked in right now, they'd go, what? Give it 2 more on either side. And then shake it out. Rub your palms together, build some heat. Build some heat a little bit faster. A little bit faster. Place your palms over your eyes. Simply choose to surrender. Be here right now. Let the tentacles of your mind release their grip on things outside of this room. Big breath in through your nose. Release. Thank you, guys. Come all the way down to your mat or find a chair if that's a little bit better. And make your way onto your back. Or if you're in your chair, then just stay there. Try to relax as much as you can. I'm coming around with eye pillows. Like we talked about earlier, the humble pressure on your eyes will help trip the vagus nerve, which is a lot of what this work is about. Your entire body gets a little bit slower, softer. We'll be here for a few moments to let the body integrate the practice. Loosen yourself up. If you would not like me to touch you and give you a little shoulder adjustment, then please give me a little wave right now. I want to respect your energy. All I want you to concentrate on now is your breathing. And let everything else just kind of melt into the background. body, whether it be your toes, your feet, your head, your neck. And then take your time, however you get there. Rise to seated position of your choice, one that's comfortable for you. There is no rush in yoga. It is done at your own pace. Just as there is no rush right now. At the top, please find any movement that feels good in your head, your neck, your shoulders. And when you're ready, pull your palms to heart center in front of your chest. I want to thank you guys for coming and for letting me be here with you. It's always my pleasure, always, always. My heart to yours. Namaste.
Emmanuel.
Emmanuel.
Thank you.
I love that. Please let me know if you have any questions.